Ken Dryden, father, ice hockey goaltender, politician, author, lawyer, businessman, has passed away. The man they called the four-story goalie leaves behind a legacy that towers as high as his presence in the crease once did. Dryden wasn't just one of the greatest goaltenders in the history of the Montreal Canadiens. He was one of the most remarkable figures the game of hockey has ever known. Montreal, he won 6 Stanley Cups, 5 Vezina trophies, and the Calder Trophy in 1972. He was the last Calder Trophy recipient on the Montreal Canadiens since just last year when Lane Hutson was awarded the trophy. He was the backbone of the dynasty, a player who defined consistency, intelligence, and composure under pressure. He walked away from the game at the peak of his power, only to return and keep on winning. And yet what made Dryden special went beyond his numbers. His book, The Game, is still considered by many to be the finest ever written about hockey. Not just for its insights into the sport, but for the way that it captured what hockey means to those who live it. Since his passing, tributes have come pouring in across the hockey world, but further than that, individuals from all walks of life, all sorts of different generations, talking about Ken Dryden, sharing stories, and honoring him. Carey Price himself. Carey Price says, "With a heavy heart, I extend my deepest condolences to the Dryden family. Thank you, Mr. Dryden, for your service not only as a Canadian, but also as a Canadian. You helped me as a young goaltender, and I will always be grateful for your thoughtful words of encouragement." Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney also honored Dryden, writing, "Deeply saddened to learn of the passing of the Honorable Ken Dryden, Canadian hockey legend and Hall of Famer, public servant, and inspiration. He was a 6-time Stanley Cup champion, 5-time Vezina Trophy winner, Minister of Social Development, dedicated parliamentarian. Ken Dryden was the reason I became a goalie, although I never mastered his ability to lean on his stick, let alone keep the puck out of the net. His return to university at the height of his playing career taught the importance of balance in life. His post-hockey career demonstrated the value of public service. Few Canadians have given more or stood taller for our country. Ken Dryden was big Canada, and he was best Canada. Rest in peace." I think that quote says it all. Dryden was bigger than the game. He was a champion on the ice, a thinker off the ice, politician, writer, teacher. And now across social media, thousands of fans are sharing their memories, old clips, photos, personal stories about what Dryden meant to them. It's a reminder that his influence stretched far beyond Montreal, far beyond hockey. Ken Dryden stood tall for this country. His memory will live on in Canadian history and Canadians' history. And I think in ways that he may inspire future generations to think about the game, about life differently. I was too young to experience the Dryden generation, but my dad really liked Ken Dryden. I really liked Patrick Roy and would talk about Patrick Roy a lot. But I remember my dad usually retorting and saying, "Yeah, but you didn't see Dryden play." So I'll always remember that. So feel free to share your memories of Ken Dryden in the comments. Hope you're all doing well, and rest in peace, Ken Dryden.
But I think that what you must keep in mind is that you should put what you're doing in perspective. The fact that you are playing in something that really is just sort of entertainment, and that there are other things to do, and there are other things that are more significant, that have more of an effect, a lasting effect on other people.